The South African tourism, leisure and gaming industry Grand Parade Investments reported a 71.9% increase in interim headline earnings per share. That's for the period ended February 2012. Grand Parade Investments is a Western Cape-based black-owned and controlled holding company. This one you follow closely?
Not one that I follow too closely, but I have had a look at it. It's actually quite an interesting business. They've actually just done, as we discussed earlier, quite a big deal with Sun International that was concluded middle of last year. And what effectively happened was Sun International had a stake in SunWest, which owned Grand West Casino, Table Bay, and the Cape Town International Convention Centre, and also Worcester Casino. So they effectively paid or gave a cash payment to Grand Parade Investments. I think it was close to 780 million rand, of which Grand Parade took that cash. They used it to pay off a lot of their debt, so they have covered most of that, and paid a special dividend to shareholders. They paid a dividend of 60 cents. Now the share is trading at around 3 rand. So a 60 cents dividend is really, really big for a share at 3 rand. As I said again, alluding to the fact in terms of dividends in the sector are relatively good. So it's a fantastic cash dividend, special dividend that the shareholders got. So if you were to be invested, chunky dividend. And they also gave away or sold the rest of their stake in Real Africa Holdings to Sun International. So now Sun International owns 100% of that business, and also Grand Parade maintains a 25.1 stake in both SunWest and Worcester. So they've still got a lot of exposure. They recently acquired limited payout slot machines, which has in use about 6,500 slot machines.
Aren't there big regulatory issues with those machines?
I'm not too sure about the regulatory issues with regard to the slot machines, but I
suppose there are regulatory issues, as we were discussing earlier, for the whole industry.
Yeah. But they've got 6,500 slot machines, and they actually said they can actually bring that number up to 50,000 slot machines.
£2.60. Come on, aren't you tempted after that report from Dan?
Look, this is Sun International's baby, and it was an interesting idea to create a listed entity and then get lots of empowerment-based groups and trusts and other parties invested. SunWest, the Grand West Casino, is in fact Sun International's most profitable property. It's on the old Goodwood Showgrounds, and plenty of dumb people on the Cape Flats want to go and lose their money at the Grand West Casino. So it's a good one, and they paid the 60 cents out in order to return some cash to their shareholders, some of whom were geared in order to take. So it was fine, but I think it's very chunky, hard, doesn't trade much. I wouldn't, I can't see the attraction.
You wouldn't go anywhere. This is certainly not hot in your book. I'm not even going to ask you again. Daniel?
Look, it's one of those stocks, as an investment, do you want to invest into a business like this? I think it's also more of a scenario of how much do you know about the business? Do you know enough about the economy? How much more disposable income people have in the next couple of years? So, they're big question marks. I think there's a lot more.
So this isn't even going to get a lukewarm from you?
No, again, it's lukewarm. I don't dislike the business. I think it's a good business. I think the fact that Sun International has a big stake in them, they pay nice dividends.
Sun International's baby, as Paul was saying just a moment ago.
So it's not like it's a bad business at all. But as an investment, again, question marks are probably lukewarm.